For my final paper presentation, I will be discussing the impacts of behavioral advertising and how it's being used to control and influence consumers. In today's world of immediacy and in-your-face advertising, corporations are constantly gunning any way possible to get their products in front of the eyes and into the minds of its consumers. Corporations are now using behavioral advertising as its next big foundation to promote their products. However, the problem that arises from the ashes of behavioral advertising is how this affects our privacy. Companies are now targeting our internet purchases and data collecting to find out what we buy and when we buy it, and then advertise to us accordingly. It may seem harmless at first glance, but the practices being used in behavioral advertising can be chilling, ushering in a new state of surveillance never seen before in human history.
I call this piece advertising. Quality, values, style, service, selection, convenience, economy, savings, performance, experience, hospitality, low rates, friendly service, name brands, easy terms, affordable prices, money-back guarantee, free installation. Free admission, free appraisal, free alterations, free delivery, free estimates, free home trial, and free parking. A free consultation with our friendly professional staff. Our courteous and knowledgeable sales representatives will help you make a selection that's just right for you and just right for your budget. And say, don't forget to pick up your free gift. A classic, deluxe, custom, designer, luxury, prestige, high-quality, premium, select, gourmet pocket flashlight. Whenever you're exposed to advertising in this country, you realize all over again that America's leading industry is still the manufacture, distribution, packaging, and marketing of bullshit. High-quality bullshit, world-class designer bullshit, to be sure. Hospital-tested, clinically proven bullshit, but bullshit nonetheless.
This all started with a concept called Sloanism, named after former General Motors CEO Alfred Sloan. He originated the thought of being interested in the consumer by introducing annual model changes, styling, and brand image that would attract customers to buying new cars every year. This gave rise into market research, ushering in advertising as a major industry here in the United States as well as globally.
Then you have advertising. Advertising is the businessman's cheaply dressed $2 blowjob. Advertising sells you things you don't need and can't afford that are overpriced and don't work. And they do it by exploiting your fears and insecurities. And if you don't have any, they'll be glad to give you a few by showing you a nice picture of a woman with big tits. That's the essence of advertising. Big tits. Threateningly big tits.
The Federal Trade Commission defines online behavioral advertising as the means of tracking a consumer's online activities over a period of time, including the searches the consumer has conducted, the web pages visited, and the content viewed, in order to deliver advertising targeted to the individual consumer's interest. Third-party online advertising is, however, a little more aggressive when it comes to the tracking of how we spend our online time. It is the process used whereby data are collected across multiple web domains owned or operated by different entities to categorize likely consumer interest segments for use in advertising online. When it comes to behavioral advertising, one has to ask the question if this is an invasion of one's privacy. Behavioral advertising creates profiles for internet users based on a variety of different data types and inferences drawn from that data. Third-party cookies are one of several mechanisms used to enable behavioral advertising. A central advertising network with ads across thousands of websites can set and read cookies, noting every time a given user visits any of the sites in the network. By correlating which sites an individual visits, ads clicked, inferences about age, range, and sex, and approximate physical location based on IP address, advertisers build profiles of individual characteristics and likely interest. The bottom line is certainly it appears that behavioral advertising violates consumer expectations and is understood as a source of privacy harm. One thing that is assumed is that consumers cannot protect themselves from things they don't understand. It must start in schools, at the grade and high school levels. We teach our kids typing, but we don't teach them how to adequately understand how to disclose their information online. The less people know about privacy concerns online, the more they are kept in the dark. The need in this new world of internet control is we have to start becoming aware of what's at stake with our own personal information. It seems as though if people are aware of this data intake by advertisers, they would seem more cautious with what they do online, causing, like I said earlier, a chilling effect. and that just wouldn't seem right in a supposedly democratized nation like our own, where freedom is supposedly our right.